Do you think it's possible to learn how to be consistent after 50, or do you think it's too late? Well, I'm here to tell you it's not too late and you're not too old to make any kind of changes. You can absolutely learn to be consistent at this stage in your life. So we've talked about the 13 habits that changed my life, the 8 hard truths, how I lost the 20 pounds of menopause weight. We've talked about all the things, but how do we accomplish them? What do we need to do for all these habits to stick? The way is through consistency. I'm going to share with you in this video how I learned to be consistent after 50 because I was not always consistent. Hi, I'm Lisette, and if you're new here, I help women in midlife glow up through fashion, lifestyle, and mindset. If this is your vibe, hit that subscribe button. So I have been sharing so much about habits, the 13 habits that changed my life, the 8 hard truths about my transformation, and now we need to talk about how can we learn to be consistent in order to do all the things to glow up. We need to be consistent. That's the number one thing that matters. Whether you're trying to journal, exercise, drinking more water, going to bed at a decent time, it all takes consistency. I get it. I used to be the queen of starting and stopping. I'd be motivated for a week and maybe 2 weeks into it, life would happen and I would completely fall off. I would also go from doing nothing to trying to do all the things, 0 to 100. And I could never make it stick. I would try to do too many things and all at once from doing none. And maybe the first 1 or 2 weeks you'll do it because you're motivated. But motivation fades fast. And that's when consistency needs to kick in. Does that make sense? I thought I just lacked willpower. Then I read Atomic Habits by James Clear, and it completely changed how I think about building habits. I highly recommend you guys buy a copy and read it. These aren't just theories. These are the exact same principles I use to transform my life at 50. Principle number 1, start ridiculously small. James Clear talks about getting 1% better each day. And this was a game changer for me. I used to think I had to overhaul my entire life at once. Instead of saying, I'm going to read 1 book a month, I started with, I'm going to read at least 1 page every single day. That's it. That's all I did. But it built the identity of someone who reads regularly. For you, let's say you want to drink more water. Instead of saying, I'm going to drink 8 glasses of water a day, say, I am going to drink 1 extra glass of water a day. Don't commit to 10,000 steps right out the gate. Start with, I am going to commit to a 5-minute walk after lunch every single day. The key is making it so small, you can't say no. Success breeds success, and small wins build momentum. Principle number 2, this is called habit stacking. You attach a new habit to an existing habit. Here are my personal examples. After I make my bed, I put on my workout clothes. After I pour my morning coffee, I open up my journal. After I brush my teeth at night, I take my magnesium. After I get into my car, I listen to a motivational podcast. The reason this works is because you're not relying on motivation or remembering. You're using habits you already do automatically as triggers for new ones. For you, it could be after I sit down with my morning coffee, I will write 3 things I am grateful for. After dinner, I go for a walk. After I get dressed, I will make my bed. The existing habit becomes your cue for the new one. Principle number 3, make it obvious. Your environment is more powerful than your willpower. James Clear says, design your environment so the good habits are obvious and the bad ones are invisible. So I'm going to give you some of my personal examples. I put my workout clothes next to my bed so I see them the first thing when I get up. I prep my protein and vegetables the night before so healthy eating is easy. I put my journal next to my coffee maker. Environment changes I made. I moved my phone charger out of my bedroom into my bathroom. I put books on my nightstand instead of having my phone, which would lead me to scroll. I kept healthy snacks at eye level, moved processed foods to hard to reach places. So for you, let's go back to the example of drinking water. If you want to drink more water, put a full water bottle on your desk. If you want to take vitamins, put them next to your coffee maker. If you want to read more, put a book on your pillow. Make the good choice the easy choice. I love this one. Principle number 4, make it attractive. You need to make your habits appealing, not just something you dread. James Clear talks about pairing something you need to do with something you want to do. My personal example of this, I only listen to my favorite podcast while walking. I bought beautiful workout clothes and that makes me feel good. I created a morning routine that feels like self-care, not a chore. I made my healthy meals Instagram worthy. Very simple, but beautiful. Presentation matters. After I meal prep on Sunday, I get to go to my favorite coffee shop and order my favorite coffee. There's something so satisfying about checking off the box every day. It becomes addicted in the best way. I also created a habit tracker. The link is going to be in the description. I love using a habit tracker. Just seeing that I tick things off every day makes me want to stay consistent. Just the visual of it. Because I don't want to mess up and I don't want to miss a check mark. There's something so satisfying about checking off that box every day. It becomes addictive in the best way. But here's another powerful benefit. It gives you data to understand patterns. Let's say at the end of the month, you notice that you're trying to lose weight and you haven't lost any weight. And one of your habits you're tracking is, are you tracking your... I can go back and look at my habit tracker and be like, oh wait, I missed like 9 days. No wonder I'm not losing weight. I didn't hit my back. Or maybe I haven't been feeling okay spiritually. I could go back at my habit tracker if I'm tracking, reading the Bible. I could go back and be like, oh my God, I've missed like 10 days of reading the Bible this month. That's why I'm not feeling connected. It's not about judgment, it's about awareness. The tracker shows you exactly where the gaps are so you can course correct instead of wondering what went. Principle number 5, focus on identity now. This was the biggest mindset shift for me. Instead of focusing on what I wanted to achieve, I focused on who I wanted to become. Instead of I want to lose weight, I said, I am someone who prioritizes my health. Instead of I want to be fit, I said I am someone who moves my body. Instead of I want to eat better, I said I am someone who nourishes my body. Why this works? Every action you take is a vote for the type of person you want to become. When you put on your workout clothes, you're voting for I am someone who exercises. When you choose the salad over the fried chicken, you're voting for I am someone who eats healthy. The question becomes, what would a healthy person do? What would someone who prioritizes their well-being choose? Putting it all together, here's how I use all the 5 principles together to build my morning routine. Start small. I committed to just 5 minutes of quiet time. Habit stack. After I make my coffee, I sit down with my journal. Make it obvious. I put my journal next to my coffee maker. Make it attractive. I created a cozy corner with good lighting and a great little vibe with my favorite mug. Identify them, focus. I am someone who starts her day with intention. That 5-minute habit grew into my full morning routine that includes journaling, Bible, reading, planning my day. The key is patience. James Clear says habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. Small changes seem insignificant day to day, but over months, over years, they create remarkable results. And trust me, because I did this exact thing. If you want to start building consistency today, here's what I want you to do. Pick one habit that you want to build. Make it so ridiculously small, 2 minutes or less. Stack it onto something you do. Design your environment to make it obvious and something enjoyable to make it attractive. Focus on identity of who you are becoming. And please don't try to change everything at once. Master one habit and then add another. Remember, you're not trying to be perfect. You're trying to be consistent. There's a huge difference. So obviously, Atomic Habits by James Clear changed how I think about building habits, and I hope these principles help you too. The book goes much deeper than what I could cover here, so I highly, highly recommend reading it. Consistency isn't about motivation or willpower. It's about systems and environment and identity. When you get all these right, consistency becomes automatic. I want to hear from you. Which principle resonated with you most? What's the one habit you're going to start building this week? Remember, you're not too old and it's not too late to glow up. Your glow up is just getting started. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.